Enviroschools is a nationwide facilitated program which has been increasing in numbers throughout education communities over the past 20 years. As of 2020, there are almost 400 early childhood education centres engaged in the program. The Enviroschools vision is to create a healthy, peaceful, sustainable world through learning and taking action together. This means living in a country where people work with positive energy to connect with each other, their cultural identity and their land to create a healthier, peaceful, more equitable society. It means the regeneration of resilient, connected communities in which people care for each other and the environment, to foster a generation of people who instinctively think and act sustainably. Nau mai, haere mai, ki Enviroschools. The Enviroschools kaupapa starts with our youngest of people. Early childhood education is a fertile ground to embed and connect communities to each other and the whenua. There are 5 guiding principles, ngā mātāpono, that are central to the Enviroschools kaupapa. The natural environment supports all of the principles and is the ultimate source of life in our communities. The kaupapa also lends itself really well to experiences beyond the centre gates. For example, nature discovery and bush kindergarten programs. Empowered students. This guiding principle emphasises the importance of learners feeling genuinely empowered.
Just put them on the train.
This means enabling tamariki to participate in a genuine way from their own unique and creative perspectives. Tamariki are valued for the knowledge they bring, and they are supported to take action for real change.
We tend to go with students' interests and support them. A lot of things are natural here and real. We do try to keep it real, so we do real stuff. We use real tools, we use wood.
I need this piece of wood.
And it's listening to our children's voices.
And I can also nail fabric on ours.
Children become very proud, especially around the veggie garden or building or anything that they've looked after here. They have quite a good sense of respect, is the word that they would use, as looking after their kindergarten, and they're quite serious about that.
Children are expected to carry their own belongings and be responsible for their own belongings. It's just part of being independent. So when the children are coming over the fence, we encourage them to do it themselves because we know how capable and competent they are. What do we have to remember to keep ourselves safe? What about round the fire?
A bubble.
Yeah, the red bubble, we stay outside the bubble. It encourages the children to have the freedom to explore nature and respect the environment. They respect all the things that live in the environment, like the tuna and the trees. So we notice children connecting with nature through feeding the tuna, through climbing the trees.
Good work.
Giving them the opportunities to really push their boundaries for themselves and take risks. Gives them a sense of their own strength and resilience.
Keep going, a bit further.
A lot of what we do out here is about giving the children that strength that actually they can do it. You very rarely hear children say, I can't.
Learning for sustainability. This is an action-focused approach to learning. Tamariki are involved in experiences to develop their knowledge of the environment and to take action to create sustainable outcomes. The process of learning for sustainability is reciprocal, reflecting the Maori concept of ako. This is where we are all simultaneously both a learner and a teacher. An important aspect of this guiding principle is tamariki being genuinely involved in the discussion, decision-making and action. In Learning for Sustainability, early childhood centres are exploring a number of the key themes in Enviroschools, such as zero waste, living landscapes, ecological building, energy and water of life.
We're always looking through a lens of reducing waste here. We encourage children to come with rubbish-free lunchboxes. We make honeybee wraps that are available on our koha table. When something's no longer used for that purpose, we look at how we could reuse it, turn it into something else.
It's actually a butterfly garden. What is here?
We really try to reduce our expenditure on new things and reuse what we already have. We're always encouraging the tamariki to think critically about what we're doing to make informed choices. They have a real consideration of papatuanuku. We talk about the rubbish that we produce.
I guess it's just about making sure that everything that we do grow is used and doesn't go to waste. We also use a lot of the produce for the cooking that we do for the elderly. We do that once a fortnight and take it down to the elderly lunch that they have at the town hall. It's about utilising what we produce here at kindergarten.
I feel that our families learn quite a lot from our children or our practices that we have during events. For example, they know that we do not use disposables during our family events. We'll use our proper crockery and we'll invite them to bring their own plates and cutlery to the centre for events. Now, when parents bring in shared kai, they will bring them in crockeries.
What else?
Bananas!
So I've really valued being part of the Enviroschools system. Like, that was a huge part of my decision to come here. We at home have taken to it as well. Now we've got compost bin. We're definitely being really careful about our recycling. The kids help out with that.
Some kai for the pigs.
We talk a lot about looking after our world and not wasting.
Look at them all. Can you see the worms at the back on the lid?
Yeah.
All right, we'll let them eat their kai. Our chooks live here throughout the day, and some days when it's not so many children we let them out in the whole property, but we also house our guinea pigs here during the day so that they're on the grass.
He won't eat them all I have.
Maori Perspectives. Maori Perspectives honours the status of tangata whenua in this land and the value of Indigenous knowledge and wisdom in enriching and guiding learning and action.
One really noticeable aspect of being part of Enviroschools is that I noticed that teachers gain a much deeper understanding of te ao Māori, and they do this through the relationships that they build with the whānau and with their local communities. They move beyond, just what happens in the centre to really thinking about the hauora of all of the people, that are connected to the centre.
We have reconnected with some elders at Tūranga Waiwai to support us, to make sure that we're always learning. So they're always coming in also. We have whānau that come and help us. We also source our own professional development through the wānanga. We have quite a good relationship with some of the people from Tūranga Waiwai who take us for regular walks around the marae, and of course we attend waka ama and also Koroneihana, which is the King's celebration. It's quite important for connecting and being able to do it when you're living in this area.
We use the Maui stories and some of the other really strong New Zealand stories as a basis to teach the children about the atua, and we find that really helps the tamariki to make those connections, really empowers the children to take on that concept of care.
Respect for the diversity of people and cultures. This guiding principle encourages a culture where the gifts, contributions and perspectives of all individuals and groups are acknowledged. This means all people at the centre have an opportunity to contribute and be part of decision making and action. By drawing on these diverse perspectives, we can form a rich basis for learning.
In Kent's Mission Heights, we organize cultural events throughout the year. For example, Chinese New Year. We do it over a period of weeks. We keep our planning very open, so parents and grandparents, they're invited to be part of the program, and they come up with ideas and suggestions. This year, we had a mum who came and danced with the children. So she taught them how to dance to this traditional song.
We are predominantly Pākehā Māori children at this kindergarten, and as time has gone on, we have had different cultures. We've celebrated Diwali. We've also celebrated the language from Israel and different celebrations that they've had around Kai over there. So we've also celebrated different faiths. So our whānau have been able to come in and teach us, so we've learnt alongside of them.
Sustainable communities. Sustainable communities act in ways that nurture all aspects of nature, including people, now and in the future. This is to maintain the health and viability of our environment, of our society, culture and economy.
Over the past probably 2 years, we've spent quite a bit of time making sure that we build stronger relationships within our community. So we invite everyone in. We have an open door policy where everyone is welcome all the time. We do real activities going out into the community, walking, picking up rubbish, being part of the Hakurimata walk. We have a lot to do with Plunket, Under 5 Energise, Twin Rivers Arts Centre, Tūranga Waiwai, Kohanga.
We've developed a really strong relationship with the Waiheke Sustainability Centre. They came in to support us creating our new compost area. We want all the leaves in. We need to think about how what we do impacts on the environment around us. Here on Waiheke, because we're on water tanks, because we're on septics, they already have a level of understanding about conservation of water, about keeping the beach clean and our environment clean. We've really created strong links with our schools and had a big focus on that transition of our students into their environments, and I see a vision of children involved with the Enviroschools program here at the age of 4, what those students can look like as they hit 17 with a consciousness of respect for our environment and planet.
I found the Nature Discovery program to be an amazing part of the Enviroschools program.
Thank you.
I've been able to connect with other parents, and it's just allowed us to have conversations, get that greater sense of community with other families.
The Bug Hotel was initially the interest of children that we followed through over a period of months, and we put a poster out to our community, our parents, and they started bringing in resources. So we had to do it on a day that suited everyone, so we chose to do it on a Sunday morning. They came with their children and they came with their resources and tools, and we all worked together as a team making the Bug Hotel.
Overarching all of the 5 guiding principles is taking a holistic approach, considering the place, practice, program, and how people participate. This holistic approach proves to be a wonderful fit with Te Whāriki, New Zealand's early childhood education curriculum. Ko te piko o te māhuri, tērā te tupu o te rākau. The way in which the young sapling is nurtured determines how the tree will grow.
Matakuta pua I te ao nei, e para I te o rangatai ao, mō aku mukopuna e, let the children lead the way. He taonga tuku iho, manga kaitiaki o te tai ao, ki te atawhai, ki te tiaki, mō ngā uri hakaeke. Ki te atawhai, ki te tiaki, mō ngā uri whakaheke.